We're going to talk about alignment. What is alignment? How to demystify it, and how to get you a proper conception so that you can get in alignment and get to a more successful and more bountiful and more plentiful and more abundant life. Because anything that is happening to you is a product of your free will. We need to understand that alignment and free will are the two things that will have to coincide. Now, your will be your will, and you will do what you want, and you can do what you want. But let me break it down, because earlier I was in a prayer and I started to have these thoughts about the Islamic creation story. Now, I don't want anybody out there on the lower level to get caught up on the pictography, the mythology, the metaphors, or the symbology that I'm about to give, but look at the value within the story. So in the Islamic creation story, at the beginning of time, when the creation and fashioning of Adam, the first human, was happening, peace and blessings be upon them, there was a point in time where Allah, or the creator, Allah and creator are synonymous. They're just two different languages, like agua and water, right? So don't get confused. Do not get confused on petty details. Right, so let's get back to the point. So when Adam, Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon them, was fashioned, what happened was Allah gathered the angels, gathered all these different levels of creation that existed before humans, and asked them to prostrate 𝙎𝙝𝙚𝙬𝙐, to give that respect. The only one that didn't do it was apparently Iblis, or the devil, whomever you want to call them, right? Now, let's not stick to that. I just want to give a highlight to the fact that humans have free will. The angels in Islam don't even have free will. They do what they are commanded to do. And as I had this thought frequency, I paid attention and I said, wow, the sun does what it's commanded to do. The all-powerful sun, which gives life to everything on this planet, stays in alignment, has to stay in alignment, has to obey the laws of creation without deviation. So it made me realize in that moment that humans, yes, humans in their free will, are the ones who have the option, the only ones who have the option of deviating from the creator's laws, or the laws of creation, right? So this is where it gets interesting. People choose to deviate from the path that they are being called to, and you have the right to, because you've been given that capacity. But realize that in most instances, when you choose to deviate and you choose to not be aligned with your purpose, most times you're choosing pleasure. And when you choose those pleasures and those selfish gratifications, what happens? You end up suffering misfortune, and the misfortune is done by your own doing through your free will. These trees, the sun, the moon, the stars, the angels, the atoms, life, so many things are in alignment. They cannot deviate. Therefore, they prosper in accordance. But what you need to wake up and realize is that your free will gives you the ability to actually stay with your purpose. You were created by something for a reason. You see what I'm saying? But it's up to you. You've also been endowed with free will. So you've been created as you, by something, specifically as you, to fulfill a specific function, just like the sun, just like the moon, and just like the 𝙭𝑚𝑛s. That's not even put a prefix before it. The 𝙭𝑚𝑛s of stars that exist. They all stay in alignment and they all serve their function. They don't deviate from the laws of creation. But you've been given free will. You have been given the option to either be what you were created to be or not be what you were created to be. See, it happens when you realize that there are laws that you must follow. So alignment is you sticking to the blueprint that the Creator has set forth for you. So many people are gonna not be able to digest this information and probably see this as some like Creflo Dollar type vibes, you feel me? But listen, it's gonna be a time in your spiritual maturity, if you can't receive this message, that it will click And I'll be happy that I put this video out for you because it's going to make that much more sense. But realize that your free will is what is creating most of the misfortune in your life. Yes, you have the ability, unlike the moon, unlike the stars, unlike the sun, unlike everything else, the trees, right? To deviate from the laws of creation. But most times when you deviate from the laws of creation, what happens? You end up creating negativity in your own life. So it's in your best interest to align, to learn the laws of creation and align yourself with the laws of creation, because 𝙬𝙪𝙘𝙀, I keep telling you, the straight and narrow path is the path of infinite gains and zero losses, right? So let's recap. Alignment. Everything in this universe was created, and everything that was created was given a certain way to function. The sun, the moon, the stars are thriving and doing their job and being themselves wholly and fully, but only because they can't deviate. Imagine if the sun had the power of free will and was like, you know what? Just because I was incarnated into existence, I deserve to go over there. You know, everything on earth would die, right? So the sun is staying exactly where it's supposed to stay. You see what I'm saying? So it's up to you to learn the laws of life. You see what I'm saying? And stay focused on the mission and stay focused on the path. Now realize your ego is what's really preventing you from becoming the highest level that you were designed to be. You see what I'm saying? So it's either you stay aligned with the blueprint that the universe, the creator of the universe, has set forth for you so that you can serve that function, just like the sun is serving that function, just like the moon is serving the function, just like the oceans are serving their function, right? Now, you're totally unnecessary. We are unnecessary. The creation principle, creator, they don't need us. They don't need you. Everything is everything is dispensable. Everything is, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm going through so many levels of understanding right now, and I'm praying that y'all get this. You see what I'm saying? So synopsis again. Alignment means to be aligned with the purpose that you were created for. Take one split second right now and think about you at the highest and most optimized and most flourishing, abundant self right now. Think about it. Wow, that is what you're supposed to become. Nobody else can become that but you. You were created specifically as you, with the intention for you to fulfill that, to be that, just like the sun was created to be that. But the sun doesn't have free will, so the sun can't deviate. And because the sun can't deviate, the sun is living in its abundant nature and being its whole self. But because you deviate often, you're not becoming what you were designed to be. And the universe, creator, creation doesn't care if you do or if you don't. It's up to you. But if you want to live an abundant, flourishing life, you need to drop the ego and get in alignment and get into harmony with the laws that govern you. You can try to go against them. You can choose yourself every time. But realize every time you choose yourself, you add more misfortune. When you choose the drugs, right? You choose the selfish pleasures. You add more misfortune. You multiply degradation in your life. When you choose to eat over consumption of anything, right? You choose this temporal plane and the sensory experience more than you choose to transcend and have that discipline and have a spiritual focus. Nobody says to totally denounce food, water, become some starving yogi in the woods. You know what I mean? No, nobody's saying to do that. You live in a great time and a great era. But you need to moderate yourself and always remember that when you're choosing your path or choosing your actions, there's one way that's definitely going to get you to your highest potential. And there's that other shit that's going to get you further away from that highest potential. What do you want to do? Look at yourself in the mirror right now. Where are you? Is your pockets and your wallets where they want to be? Why not? Is your waistline, is your gut, is your body in harmony? Is your body in health, harmony, and happiness? Do you have those things? Why not? Because you've been choosing yourself. You've been choosing to not listen to that plan. Everybody's supposed to live, quote unquote, God body, bro. Everybody's supposed to have that. But the people who don't have that are the people who choose to deviate using their free will. Now, if the creator just said, I created you to do this, you must do this. No free will, you would be exactly what you were supposed to be. But you have free will, and you've been choosing to deviate from the path of alignment, from 𝙬𝙪𝙀𝙀, from the straight and narrow path, from the path of infinite gains and zero losses that has been set before you. You choose every time to deviate. Therefore, you, by your own hands, realize, by your own choices, by your own deeds, thoughts, actions, willful energy, are taking yourself away from your best self. And I'm here to show you, guide you, remind you that you have that work to do if you want to live that plentiful, bountiful, abundant life that is there for you to live. But you need to step into the role and fulfill that space just like the sun fulfills its duty without a blink, without a wince. These trees, they don't stop growing. They don't deviate. They can't deviate. You are a creation that has free will, and that can be your blessing or your curse. So that ego or that soul, which one are you going to listen to? Which one are you going to let preside and reign over your life? Now, if you choose ego, yeah, go ahead, do that. But realize that the misfortunes that accumulate in your life and the lack of abundance is really because you chose those lesser degree pleasures, and you chose to report below, to lower things, instead of to higher things and report above. You're always getting the call. Do this thing. Lose this weight. Finish this project. Become this person. Right. But you choose to deviate by using your free will. Nothing in this universe, like I said, these trees, the sun, the moon, the stars, they can't deviate. They don't have free will. And they're very powerful. But they have no free will. Not even the angels in Islam have free will. Right? But you do. Realize your cosmic place. Are you going to continuously, willingly put yourself in lower states? Like I said, some people are not mature enough to see this, but some people, they needed to hear this. Like, wow, yeah, that's facts. Right? Rise up to your potential. I can't do the work for you. But you see this? I can show you exactly what you need to see. I can teach you exactly what you need to know. I can give you the perspective that can help you see clearly so you can actually envision your vision. See it clearly. Get the dust off your third eye. Right? And then I can give you the practical plan to get you on the path. Mindset coaching at its finest. Stop thinking this is about workouts, buddy, let's do some push-ups. Nah. This is about total transcendent evolution and progress towards your highest potential. Realize that without health, you are poor. You might you're poor. And without money and ability to have food, water, shelter, XYZ, comfort on this planet, you are poor. We need all areas. There's no reason not to. Address that, fix that, become that. We only associating with those who are willing to put in that work and to fulfill their destinies. Many may not fulfill their destinies. I pray that everybody does. Will you? 𝑦𝑊𝑦, your world is yours. Your free will either help you build or help you slowly kill yourself and your dreams. Consider the vibrations raised.